Good evening, Scarelings. Tonight we're going to be going over the Blowjob Iceberg. Many of you know what the iceberg format is, so I'm just going to get right to it. Layer 1. Head. This is a reference to the head, or glands of the penis. Basically, when you first start sucking someone off, this is the first thing that enters your mouth. This could possibly also be a reference to the slang name for blowjobs, but I'm not sure. Lips. Lips are something that everyone has. When you give someone a blowjob, that's typically the first part of the body that makes contact with the penis. Layer 2. Shaft. Shaft is the length of the penis that runs from the head to the balls. More on this later. While many people argue that the shaft is the best part of the blowjob, this is still up for debate. Oral cavity. Oral cavity, or mouth, is the large opening that sits in the head that stores body parts such as your teeth, tongue, and is where the majority of the blowjob occurs. The wet, heated interior, along with the friction from the lips, is what makes blowjobs feel so good. Teeth. Teeth are pieces of bones that sit along your gum line. While many people in the blowjob community hate teeth, there are some that enjoy a toothy blowjob. Tongue. The tongue is a muscle that sits within your mouth. When giving a blowjob, you can use this muscle to explore that cock in your mouth, allowing for more pleasure. It also allows the user to taste precum. Precum is the seminal fluid that is excreted from the penis when a person is excited. While not semen, it still has that salty sweet tang that many people worldwide know and love. Layer 3. Balls. Balls, also known as testicles, are organs that sit within a small sack of skin at the base of the penis. Many blowjobbers often view this as the end point, while others see this as an opportunity to continue further and enhance the blowjob. It is still hotly debated whether or not licking balls counts as a blowjob, or some other thing. Throat. Throat is a thingy, like multiple muscles or whatever, at the end of one's mouth that feels good as fuck if someone's cock is long enough to reach it, straight up like pussy, supposedly. But that's beyond the scope of today's video. Vomit. In the case you hit the throat a little too much, there is a possibility of slight to a lot of vomit. This is a reference to the fact that some people can't deep throat. Possibly because they're dumb and didn't rid themselves of their gag reflex. Oh my god. So okay, like, I didn't even know what this shit is anymore because I don't have it. I throw that shit like nobody's business. But if you're a little dumb idiot, basically, you start gagging on it. It referring to cock. Cum. This shit is bomb. Basically, when you suck someone off well enough, they just start spurting white stuff everywhere. It tastes pretty good. But if you got a vagina, and this gets in there, you might get pregnant. Human papillomavirus. Human papillomavirus, or HPV, is a disease or something. I think I've heard that your chances of getting it increase if you suck people off. But honestly, nobody gives a fuck. Let's move on. Layer 4. Taint. In between the balls and asshole lies the taint. A small strip of skin that serves no purpose. But, low-key, a lot of flavor, and it's real sensitive. And many people lick it for good luck during the blowjob. Layer 5. Mr. Blowjob. Mr. Blowjob is the now defunct mascot for blowjobs. In 1986, he was introduced to the masses to much public appraise, but was quickly removed from the ad campaigns following the Let's Blow Joe Blow shootings, where a disturbed man by the name of Joe Blow thought that the blowjob slogan was targeting him and held the BJHQ hostage, demanding to see the fictional Mr. Blowjob. 2 people died and 12 were injured. On some of the online forums, there are rumors that security footage exists of Joe Blow getting blown on the job, at his job. You know? Sideways suck job. The sideways suck job is an urban legend involving a woman who gave an army soldier a sideways suck job during the Gulf War. As legend states, a man with a crooked penis resulting from an IED explosion received a blowjob from a nurse whose cheeks somehow stretched to accommodate his member. This legend has been around in some form since World War II. Layer 6. Hell's Hole. In 1934, Soviet Russians invested thousands of dollars in trying to make a robot that could suck you off, with hopes of releasing it to Western countries where they'd be able to wiretap important individuals. However, due to wiring issues, many of the test subjects received horrible, terrible, god-awful burns on their penis, with one supposedly losing his forever. Blowjobtopia. Blowjobtopia is a lost episode of SpongeBob SquarePants, where Squidward gets his shit sucked. He gets his squid sucked. He comes and goes, "Oh yeah, that's the stuff." It only aired once, and was quickly removed from television following backlash. Blow City. Blow City was a boom-to-bust city in Arizona that was built overnight following the discovery of a bunch of sexy babes willing to suck people off in the middle of the desert. Sadly, when everyone busted, the city disbanded, leaving behind many of the buildings you can still visit to this day. Like in Atlantis for dick sucking. Layer 7. The final layer. Blowjob Coaster. The Blowjob Coaster is a defunct ride at Disneyland that allowed riders to suck or get sucked off while riding the coaster. The ride was permanently shut down following a penisification accident, where a girl bit her boyfriend's cock and balls clean off. "I got my shit sucked at Disneyland." Shirts still sell regularly on eBay for high prices. Project BJ Ultra. Back in the 50s, the CIA would play a game where a bunch of agents would gather in the closet and reveal their penises to each other, with the smallest of the bunch having to suck everyone else off. But the scariest part is, there was a guy named Steve who would always play, despite having a micropenis. 2 years later, that man became director of the CIA. Liminal cocks. Scientists are still researching this, so if you have any leads, we have a Google form below. Now this is scary. Basically, there are penises that they're sucked off, but they're not. No one knows if they've been sucked off. I think it might have happened to me, but it was a dream. So I don't know, man. It's scary. Mouth mania. Mouth mania was the largest area that swept the Midwest during the 1930s, wherein people's mouths would open and close as if they were sucking someone off. Many people blamed ghost penises, and famed occultist Madame Blavatsky even visited to see if she could confirm. However, the documents on this were lost to time. And finally, ghost penis. Okay, you might need to strap yourself in for this one, because basically, the theory is, all ghosts have penises. The men, the women, the non-binary, the fish, all of them have penises that you can suck. The reason I'm making this iceberg is, my boyfriend died 3 years ago. Last Sunday, I felt a very familiar shaft. I know it was him. The way it hit the back of my throat, I vomited slightly to a lot, and there was ecto-goo everywhere. I know it was him. I called the Ghostbusters, and they thought I was pranking them. They laughed, and they said, "Oh, it looks like you're the one who's busting ghosts." And with that, we end the Blowjob Iceberg. Let me know if you learned anything new or if I missed anything. Make sure you smash that like button. Don't be afraid to follow my podcast, Coming to Terms, out on Spotify, on wherever you get your podcasts. All right, peace out.